Good afternoon, my brothers and my sisters. You know, today I wanna take this time and just talk about leadership of men in families. You know, I just feel like some of the reasons why our society is so distorted is because of the leadership. Also, it's missing and it's also distorted, and also it's not embraced and cherished as it's supposed to be. All right. Right now, as we speak, I would not speak of the statistics, but I also know that there are a lot of men in which they feel like they are not respected, they are not cherished enough in their families. You understand? In which their word, them speaking, it's not taken in consideration, it's not even respected, and in return it shows that the leadership of families is distorted. Matter of fact, the leadership of families is not embraced enough. You understand? There are men that feel like in their families, in their lives, their word is always taken for granted, especially by the people that they are dating, but by the people that they are with, specifically if it's their wife, if it's their girlfriend or whoever. And I just felt like the authority of a man in a family has been undermined, and that's one of the reasons in which recently our families are dysfunctional. They can't function properly because of if you were raised in a family in which your mom respected your dad, automatically you'd understand the principle of respecting your boyfriend. But if you grew up in a family in which your mom raised her voice on your dad, you probably think it's okay for you to raise your voice on your boyfriend or your husband. But the problem is that when you raise your voice on a man, it's automatically being registered as disrespect, regardless of if you mean well. It's registered as disrespect because of the moment you raise your voice, you're literally telling this man that whatever that he has in opinion doesn't matter, and he should be the only one person heard. You understand? So I'm saying, I think the leadership in families, it's not given enough attention and embrace. And remember that the leadership is the foundation of a family. If there's no leadership, then there's no direction, there's no vision, and there's no purpose. You understand? And basically it means the whole family is just falling apart. You understand? So I am saying to you right now that if you are a young man that is filled with vision, that is filled with purpose, that is filled with drive, and that is filled with achieving certain things, when you pick a woman who understands that and who embraces that and who understands who you are as a being, more than just what you are in materialistic things. You understand? So what I'm saying is that respect for men, I mean, let's just face reality. Women were born to be loved, but men were born to be respected. So when we speak about respect, that's what I'm saying, the leadership of the family is a very important thing. When we speak about the respect, we speak about somebody who speaks highly of you. We speak about somebody who cherishes you. Somebody who respects you is somebody who speaks the positive of you. You understand? With everything being heard, being told about you, they will still pick the positive out of you because they respect the person that you are. They respect who you are as a being. You understand? So I want to say to most young men, and I say, go for a woman who respects you. And usually the woman who respects you is a woman who's a reflection of you. So they respect the particular being that you are because of you are a reflection of them. If you are a man of honor, if you are a man of authority, if you are a man who knows how to stand up for their own word, right? If you meet a woman who knows how to do the same, automatically when you start taking your position as an authority and as a king of the family, a woman should submit. You understand? Because they understand that your leadership skills are the same leadership skills that they believe in. You understand? So I just feel like families are being distorted right now because of there are a lot of arguments between parents. First thing, parents are arguing who's supposed to discipline in the house, who thinks what is what, and blah 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 blah. And the fight between the parents causes chaos for the kids, because now a girl child doesn't learn how to respect her own father because of her own mother doesn't respect her father. You understand? Now, a boy child cannot learn how to treat a lady right if the father himself doesn't treat the wife right. You understand? So it's a trend. It's a trail of experience of certain things. You understand? So, but I wanna say this. I wanna say leadership in family is very important. You understand? I would say, for an example, for me, for my family, I'm the decision maker. You know, it's like everything is bring to me for deciding if it's good for the family or it's not. You understand? In that way, I can monitor whatever that's happening in my family. I can monitor if my son is growing in the way that I want him to. I can monitor if my girl child is developing in a way that I expect her to. You understand? And I make this decision of say, I feel like my daughter needs this and this and that, or I feel my son needs this and this and that. But I just feel like women of today are so driven by power to the point at which they don't realize when they are killing the leadership of their families, which automatically contribute to the level of dysfunction that we have in families and in communities as we speak. Understand? A man is the head of the family, period. I don't know how you take it, but I know that a man is a head of the family, period. And the wife or the woman is a helper. That means the man has the vision, the man has the goal, the man has where he wants the family to go, and the woman is there to help this man for this vision to become a success, for this plan to become a success, for this thing to become a success. You understand? So when we are in a position at which we have more women competing with men for the same position of leadership, then we have problems, because of now a woman doesn't know her position, the man also overrides his position, and there's a misconception in the family, and there are two heads, and anything with two heads is a monster. It can never go anyway, because of where there are two minds, there's a lot of division. You can go your way, I'll go your way. You can do this, I'll do that. You understand? There's no unity, there's no unity in being one. So I'm saying right now, I feel like the leadership of men it's undermined. Recently, I just feel like that, especially on our generation, because of women of today are driven by power. We understand that women are supposed to be independent. Women are supposed to go get their own money. Women are supposed to, you know, have careers and achieve certain things. But why should it come at the cost of the leadership of men? Why should you start disrespecting men just because of you feel like you have money now? I understand there's a saying, I understand we are in a society that says a man is supposed to be a provider, but when a man is a provider and you probably earn more than this man, right? Does it give you the urge or the authority to disrespect this man because of you have more money than him? You understand? I think we need to realize that what authority actually means. Authority means to have control over, to have power over, to have. Now, when you are a woman of submission, right, you don't see it as power of oppression. You see it as power of discipline. You see a power of vision. You see a power of plan. You understand? Because of you understand where this meaning is trying to go with life is also where you're trying to go with life. So most women of today, they trying to compete for the position of the king of the house with their man, and they forget their place as a woman, as a person who nurtures the family, as a person who nurses the family, as a person who encourages the family, as a person who is a support system for their family, and also a woman who sets an example of what a woman is supposed to be, especially to her own kids. You understand? And we miss all that because of most women of our generation are so driven by power to the point at which they want to override men. If you have a husband at home, if you have a boyfriend, and your boyfriend makes certain decisions about both of your lives, where it's supposed to go, because the man has vision, and you should also check if your vision matches the man's vision, so that you can know that you're also relevant in this guy's life. You understand? In this guy's life. So a man is more like an authority. In a Bible, it says, somewhere in the Bible, it says that God created man in his image, right? Then from this man, he took a rib and created a woman, for this woman to come be a helper for this man. But God, when he created this man, he placed this man in the Garden of Eden, Most people, they think in the Garden of Eden it's a place. No, actually, Garden of Eden means in the presence of God. Understand? So he created man to be in his presence. Understand? Then he gave this man work, which is something to do, to wake up every single morning to do. Understand? Then lastly, he gave this man a helper, which is a woman. So a woman comes in a man's life to help. A woman comes in a man's life to come help the man, to fulfill the vision, the dream, or the goal, or whatever it is that God has given as a purpose to the guy. You understand? So most women, they have an issue of trying so hard to be above men, trying so hard to be before men, trying so hard to have power over men, trying so hard to control men, and they contradict what God has created men to be. And that's why we have so many men that are so frustrated today, and we have so many men that are not the leaders of their own homes. They are being pulled by women with their noses, and they are being controlled and blah blah, and they are unhappy, they are unfulfilled, they don't have peace. Because you know what? First thing is, they are not in the capacity of them being themselves as God has created them to be. You understand? So I'm saying to you, my brother, and I'm saying to you, take your position in the family as the leadership. Don't be so afraid. Take your position in the family as the leadership. You are the direction of your family. You are the direction and the vision and the goal of your family. You are the resources of your family. You are the source. You are the source of strength for your family. You understand? And your vision will never come as success without the proper support system, which is your woman. You understand? If you have a vision of family, you want to have 5 kids, you have to find a woman that values the fact that you want 5 kids, so that they can become a support system for that. They understand what it is required for them to be part of your life. You understand? If you are kind of a person who has a vision that you want to impact the world, you find a woman who's in a capacity to have the support system to support them, so that it becomes a success for you to impact the world. If you are the kind of guy that says, I want to have millions of whatever in my bank account, or I want to have financial freedom, find a woman who is in the capacity. When I mean a woman who is in a capacity, I mean a woman who has the qualities that can help you reach your destination. You understand? Because if God created you in his image, he gave you certain powers. You understand? And if he took your rib and created you a woman, that means that same woman, she's also given certain powers, certain qualities to come help you build whatever that you are born to become. You understand? Now, when you choose that woman, firstly you choose by checking on the qualities that you remember, that a rib was taken from you and created this woman. That means this woman must have the same qualities that you do. You understand? That means, most people, they always say this word of saying relationship work better when you guys are different. No. The relationships works better when their vision is one, when you guys are a unity, when you guys are in one vision and you guys are one in direction. And as a man, you're supposed to define what the direction is, what the vision is, what the plan is, what the purpose is, so that the woman can come and help you exactly with that. You understand? I'm preaching right now. I hope you're listening. And I hope you take your position back in your life, my brother. I hope you take back your position in your life to be the leadership of your family. To lead your family to God, to lead your family in the right direction, to lead your family into prosperity, to lead your family into financial freedom, to lead your family into emotional stability, to lead your family into peace, to lead your family into growth. You understand? Into maturity. You understand? Because you are given that power as a man. You are given that power to give direction to your family. A woman is supposed to come and become a support system for what you already are. I would hear many men will probably say, I want to have a woman before I become successful. They say that they understand the pain of being successful for me to get successful. No, my brother. Right? When God created a man, he created a man and placed them in Eden, which is the presence of God. Eden is the presence of God. Right? And he gave this man work. Before he gave him a woman, he gave him work. So you have to have work before you can have a woman. Because of what is it that you're going to give to this woman that you don't have for yourself. You understand? So I'm empowering you right now. I know you're listening. Right? So I'm saying, my brother, you find God. If you are distorted, if you feel like your life is distorted right now, you find God first. You find God. You become, you seek the presence of God. You understand? Then secondly, you find yourself who you are, what you are and what you're not. You understand? Thirdly, you find your life purpose. What is it that God has created you to do? You understand? Then you find a work within your purpose. Then you can find a woman. And the woman should come in complement of what you already are. And you can find peace in building a healthy relationship. Understand it. This is the most powerful. Jesus Christ. I believe you. I hope you're listening. This is the most powerful I've ever said. So understand one thing, my crime. Before you need a woman, you need to work. So go to work, bro. And a woman, I want to talk to my sisters right now. Sisters, if you want to have a man that will protect you, if you want to have a man that will lead you, if you want to have a man that will inspire you and enhance you in the right direction of your purpose, right? Stop trying to be a man. Be a woman. A woman is an encourager. A woman is a nurse. It knows how to pamper you so that you get the courage to go fight again. A woman is an encourager. I'm saying it the second time because of a man needs a woman, the kind of woman in which as he goes to fight the battles of life, he knows that he comes back home to be nurtured so that he can get strength to go back and fight again. Be that woman. Don't be the woman that criticizes every single thing that a man does, whether positive or negative. Don't be the kind of woman that cripples a man's visions and dreams and goals. Don't be the kind of woman that doesn't see any value in the kind of man that she's dating. Don't be the kind of woman that is so devastated by the world's expectations that she forgets the value of her own man. You understand? Because of in that way, you start fighting for the position of being the king of the house when the king of the house already exists. Become the queen of the house and take your position. And the system that God has created, that it's him first, it's a man second, then it's a woman third, then it's children after. Alright? That system will create prosperity for you guys. That system will create an environment of peace. That system will create an environment of growth. That system will create an environment of progress. You know why? Because of that's how God created things to be. He created a man to be a leader, and he created a woman to be a submitter. You understand? So find your position in your life. So I just feel like men are not giving the proper platform for their leadership to be practiced. That's why some of we have so many distortions, we have so many distractions in our communities today because of men are no more leaders and women are trying so hard to get men to submit to them. Understand? So in all that you do, in all that you pursue, remember this: God has a plan over your life. And the way things are right now is the way he intended them to be. But he gave us the power to change any situation that we feel like it's not serving us well. Because of he's a God that speaks through your intuition. He knows the peace inside of you. So if the peace inside of you is distorted, it's a message from God that says, hey, there's something that needs to be changed. I hope I said enough. Mr. Consciousness as always. Take care, man.